What's happening with y'all, baby, man? Tall Guy Car Reviews back with another video, man. You see the title, you see the thumbnail, man. Let's get right to it. Ain't no games being played. This is not clickbait, man. This is 100% real. I got pulled over for the sound of my exhaust note. Not necessarily speeding. I was speeding, but not speeding OD. I was speeding 5 miles over the speed limit, and the cop gave me a ticket for that. Now, hear this and listen carefully, because this is a crazy story. I just wish I had my GoPro when I was getting pulled over. This is the one time I didn't have my GoPro on deck, and I always have my GoPro on deck for situations like this. No lie to y'all, man. Y'all know I like sharing everything with y'all in my life, so I always keep my GoPro just in case some shit happen, or I see some fly shit, or I get an opportunity to do some dope-ass car review. I always keep my GoPro on me, just in case. So I was driving, me and my woman and my little guy E. I'm taking him to basketball practice, and no lie, man, I was on the on-ramp, I'm getting onto a freeway, and the cop was coming off from another on-ramp, coming off one freeway and getting onto the same freeway I was getting onto. So we're both merging in like this, but I'm ahead of him, so I didn't see him. So he's coming slightly behind me. I didn't have my radar on, so don't ask me nothing like that. I didn't have my radar on, was not on the app or nothing like that, and so when I'm going straight, I didn't see him. And obviously, I'm not really smashing anyway, so there's really no need to have my radar on or anything like that. I only keep my radar on, and I use the app and all the other stuff when I'm really smashing or I'm making a video going fast and those kind of things. Now, with that being said, the cop was like merging on the side, kind of behind me. So as I'm going forward, I had no clue the cop behind me. Now, mind you, I'm going 60 in a 55, about 61 or 60 in a 55. So I'm not really tripping anyway. I'm like, I ain't going gusto anyway. So I'm driving, and next time I look at my rear view, I see a cop behind me. I don't think nothing of it, because I'm like, okay, I'm going 60. It's a 55 mile per hour zone. Cop flicks his lights on, pulls me over. I pull over to the shoulder. He pulls over, obviously, right behind me. Now, he comes to the car, and this is the crazy part. He comes to the car. He loves the Hellcats. He loves the sound. He loves all this other shit. He's like, oh, you got a YouTube channel? I watch YouTube all the time. Blah, 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 blah. He likes trucks and pickups and off-roading and mudding and all that other stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I might start trying to get into some of that. I just got to pick up. We having big, long talk now. He being cool. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what he's getting to, but then he finally gets to his point, and then he's like, yeah, man, I pulled you over because I thought you were speeding. Do you know how fast you were going? I said, hold on. For one, I'm like in my head, you thought I was speeding, so did you not have your radar gun on or whatever? And I'm like, no, I think I was going to speed limit. Wink, wink, right? You know what I mean? I ain't going to admit this is going 60 and 55, but I'm like, okay, he must not even had his radar gun on or whatever to even catch 60 and a 55. So the next time he's like, yeah, well, to be honest, man, he just cut right to it. He said, to be honest, man, I didn't even see you. I just heard you. And as I was merging on, I was doing something on the computer thing. He was like, the next no, I just heard your exhaust. He was like, and then it just made me feel like you were speeding. I said, what? So I said, yeah, man, my exhaust is kind of loud, you know, just got it modded up, you know, it sounded legendary. You said you like it. I thought you said you like it. He was like, yeah, but when I heard it, it sounded like someone was just going by me really fast. So he said he looked up, and then he flicked on his lights. So I'm like, okay, so did you catch the speeding or did you not? Because it's 5 miles over the speed limit. So I keep thinking about that too, right? So I'm like, what can he possibly give me a ticket for? I'm like, can he give me a ticket for my exhaust? Long story short, he doesn't give me a ticket for the exhaust. He gives me a ticket for going 5 miles over the speed limit. He says, now mind you, this is after talking to him for about 20 minutes. My woman here, little guy E in the back, and I'm just sitting there talking to him the whole time. And I'm like, okay, got a new G Squad subscriber, you know, because he was being real cool. So next though, after all that talking and being cool, and he's being cool, talking about, oh, and the crazy part was, when he took my license and ran it back to the car, he was like, yeah, I even got a chance to look it up. I didn't get to watch it in your videos. I kind of just pulled it up on my phone, and I see that you almost got fired while driving your boss around in your Hellcat. I didn't get to watch it, but I'm gonna watch it when I get home. And I'm like, okay, so I see him coming back with the paper, and I'm thinking like, okay, it's a warning paper, because he's been mad cool, I've been mad cool, he definitely loved cars. He not giving me no ticket. No, this ticket right here was more than a warning. It's 5 miles over speed limit. Mind you, it's not a big deal, but why you even give me a ticket, bro? I thought we was cool, man. What you doing? I swear I wish I had my GoPro, man, because if I would have been able to record that whole process, y'all would have roasted him to death in the comment section, because he kept contradicting himself, saying one thing, then saying that. The next you know, he was saying he loved the car. He's going to watch my YouTube channel. He's going to subscribe. The next you know, he comes back with a motherfucking ticket, man. I ain't never met no cop like that in my entire life. Granted, He was a state trooper, and I know state troopers be real tight-wad ass people, man. I've never got pulled over by a state trooper and haven't gotten a ticket. I've had moments where like they were cool and they like reduced a certain speed limit to another speed limit, but they've always given me a ticket. Now the city cops, and hey, you know about them, they got some backgrounds too. But for the most part, when it comes to traffic stuff, they always the more lenient ones to me. I never experienced that before where like a cop doing all that, talking about you gonna subscribe to my channel. And if you watching this, policeman, state trooper man, listen, dude, come on, you embarrassing. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna be disrespectful. I'm just gonna call you embarrassing, man. But I've never had that happen before where they pull you over, do all that talking, be mad cool, I'm mad cool, subscribe to my YouTube channels and all that, and then next thing you know, I still get a ticket. I ain't never experienced that before, man. That's why I say it's the first time for everything in life, man. Yo, but I'm telling y'all right now, man, if I would have had my GoPro, man, I think that would have been one of the most viral videos I ever made, man, because that was some funny shit. Even for me, even though I got a ticket, like I said, it's not really a big deal, but it was just though how he was conversing with me, how he was talking about he was gonna subscribe. I was like, man, I told my girl right away, like, damn, I wish I had my GoPro, man, because they would have ate that shit up. Now, on a side note, Bart did tell me that this exhaust was going to cause a little bit of friction with some police, but I think that was just a fluky one. Like I said, he didn't even give me a ticket for the exhaust. He gave me a ticket for going 5 miles over the speed limit. That's the first time in my entire life I got a ticket for going 5 miles over the speed limit. Usually, from just what I've seen, and I think it's like an unwritten rule, that you got like a 10 mile per hour over the speed limit kind of grace period. Now, obviously 10 miles over the speed limit is breaking the law. As you can see, as I'm driving right now, I'm calm, I'm going 55 miles an hour. Right now, it's a little bit of traffic right now, but you hear I'm not hitting the gas. This is pretty much what I was doing, but the only difference was I was getting onto it, so it was like a little bit more like that, you know what I mean? So when I step on it, of course it's gonna get a little bit more loud, but for me to have this crazy exhaust on my car, just sitting here and driving, don't worry, I'm gonna give y'all a full review of the boiler attack on my Hellcats, man. I'm gonna give y'all that, man, because I know there's a lot of people out there who's been cross-shopping it. It would have been big time helpful for me when I was shopping around for exhausts to put on my Hellcat. If somebody would have gave like a real good review of the boiler attack exhaust and all the other ones. So I'm gonna give y'all a review on the boiler attack exhaust system, so just stay tuned for that. But for right now, I will tell y'all right now, as I'm driving, y'all can hear me perfectly just fine. I'm cool, I'm calm, but when I'm getting to an on-ramp, when I started digging into it, that's when it started to get a little bit loud. So I think that's what he just looked up and was like, oh, somebody's speeding, flicked on the lights, you know. But still, it was crazy, man. I just wish I'd have had my GoPro so y'all could have been with me throughout that whole experience, man, because y'all would have been dying laughing, and at the same time, y'all would have been pissed. I know y'all, G-Squad, y'all would have been like, man, come on, man, the most unnecessary, the craziest. I know y'all would have roasted them to death, man. So I told my woman that, like, damn, I wish I had my GoPro, man. But there y'all go, man. Y'all got the video. I told you the experience. You see what happened. You see I got my ticket, man. Let me go ahead here a little bit. This is starting off slow in front of me anyway. But you see how, when I hit the gas, how dummy you get. I wasn't going gusto like that, but you hear it is a loud ass exhaust, man. So that cop, like I told you, man, he probably was just caught off guard with it. He just felt the need, probably the end of the month. They probably had to meet that threshold to get that certain amount of money in by the end of the month. I don't know how state troopers and police really work, even though my brother is one. But I got the ticket, man. That's the end of the video. I told y'all what happened. That's crazy, right? That really sound legendary. I could get 1,000,000 tickets for this exhaust, and I would never change it. I love this exhaust so much. It sounds so legendary, man. It sounds way better than the factory one to me, even though the factory one was like a deeper ground. I'll get into that in future videos, man, but I got the ticket here, 5 miles over the speed limit. First time in my life something like this ever happened to me for going 5 miles over the speed limit. But like I said, man, it's the first time for everything, right, man? But there y'all go, man. This video's over. Nothing really else to talk about, man. Sorry if because I know it's been real glary, real sunny right now, and I'm running the errands right now, so sorry if the video looked blurry or like kind of glary because the sun's beaming down in the GoPro. I know I'm changing directions a lot, but I can see it myself, so that's why I shut the sunroof sometimes, all depending on what angle I'm driving while I'm making my vlog or letting y'all know what's happening right now in the video. But without further ado, man, this video is over. It's done. Nothing else to talk about, man. I pretty much got a speeding ticket for the sound of my exhaust. Ain't that crazy how it works? It's pretty much a ticket for my exhaust, I guess. I don't know, however you want to look at it, however you want to look at it, however you want to judge it, I guess. But either way it goes, the video's over. It's done. I'll let y'all next video, man. I'm out of here, baby. This is pretty much what I was doing. Look, now it's giving it some gas. No, I didn't do that, but that's how legendary does that sound. Give y'all one last pull, man, before we end this video for good this time.